After overcoming Arbiter's Ground and Snow Peak Ruins, we must look back to see what we're doing. We went into a cave and did a little ice puzzle to get a heart piece, and then we looked at the map and we found some poles at Snow Peak Ruins and Race Yetta and Yeti, and found a pole, and then we beat Yetta, who was very difficult, but she gives us a heart piece. And then we go to the graveyard and move these tombstones to find another pole, and then we get us another hidden skill. The 6th one, only one more left, and we go to Death Mountain to find another pole. And then we go to the Sacred Grove to find a pole. And then we meet Russell at the Farron Woods. And we get into the Sacred Grove and meet the Scarecrow dude again, and then see a pole, and the Scarecrow dude plays with us. He gets mad again, just like before, but we shoot him with our bow and arrow, and he's like, hee hee hee, that's fun. We find us a snail, and then we put the sword, and it opens a gate. Then we beat some shadow beast, and then we venture over into here in the clearing and dig into a hole and beat some plants and get a heart piece. And then we enter that door, the mysterious door that leads into the Temple of Time. But we get our last bug, the 24th one, which is a snail, and give it to Agatha. And then she gives us a humongous wallet that holds 1,000 rupees. And then we, as in the Sacred Grove, we put the sword in, and it opens the way, and the Uka goes in, and she's like, help us find what we're looking for. But we play with some balances and statues and go in this door where we're locked in and meet this evil Darknut that we must defeat. And we defeat him, he explodes dramatically. Then we get the Dominion Rod that gives life to statues, and they follow us because we're their master. And then we use the statues to progress to the temple, get a pole, and then use the statue to kill things and get a heart piece. And then we kill some more bugs, and then we play with more statues and get a heart piece, and then we get another pole, and then we go back into this room to get the big key, which is in there. And then we play with more statues, and the main room opens the door that leads to Doom. Ah, Twilight Arachnid, oh my god! We smash her, we shoot her, she stands no chance. She explodes, acts like she dies, but she comes back to life. She's a big eyeball, we shoot her, and all of her babies in her die. How sad, poor thing. We get a heart container, and get the other mirror shard, go back outside, and use the Dominion Rod, get a heart piece, and another pole. And then we go outside, and Uka's like, oh, the Dominion Rod has lost its magic, so we gotta figure out a spells, and it may help us get to the heavens. And then we go see good old Telma and Ronaldo, and Ronaldo gives us a letter to take to Telma that might help us find Ilya's memory. And then we talk to Shad, and he's like, oh, we must find this Rod of Heavens and this word. And then Telma's like, oh, honey, how dare Ronaldo not talk about me? And then we take this invoice to the doctor. He's like, oh, I can't pay the money, but oh, there was a statue and there's a big stench, and we find it, and it might be a clue to Ilya's memory. And then Telma's cat tells us that she stole it and she knows where it is. And then we wait till nighttime and kill a Poe, and then we find these beasts that have the statue, and we get the statue, and then we get another Poe, and then we blow up some rocks. And then we get another Poe, and then we talk to Fire and Falby and fly over and get another Poe and another Poe. And then we go to the sanctuary, and he's like, oh my goodness, this is my statue, I remember. There's a person that's in trouble. And then this Goron dude's like, I remember, even though I never saw it with my own eyes, I still know. And then Darbus, he goes ahead of us and opens the way, and there's like 20 goons ahead that will shoot at us. So we must be prepared. We go to this hidden village and kill them, and then a door opens and a cute little granny pops out. She's like, oh, you're the savior, I'm Ipas. And she's like, I can't leave until this messenger of the heavens comes, and she gives us this horse skull thing that Ilya gave her to protect her, and we give it to Ilya, and her memory comes back. She's like, "Oh, I'll be waiting for you, Lane." And then we're like, "Okay, honey." And she tells us that Shad's waiting on us, and that that woman, she needs to see the person that has the rod. And we're like, "We have the rod," so we'll go back and we talk to these cats, and we gotta talk to 20 cats, and then we talk to this chicken, and he gives us a heart piece, and then we go back and talk to Granny, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, the Dominion Rod, you're the messenger of the heavens." And we're like, "Yeah, honey bun, we are." And then she gives us this ancient sky book, and we're like, "Oh, Shad might be able to use this." And we find this hole to dig into, and then we see like 3 poes in here. Or 2 poes. And then we find another poe at the hidden village. And then we go talk to Ronaldo, who's just awesome. Then we give Shad this book, and it doesn't look like anything happens, but it does. Our Dominion Rod has power. Shad doesn't know it though. So we gotta go all over Hyrule and find statues, but we kill a poe, and then we kill another poe. And then we kill another poe. And then we play with the statues to find the sky writing. So we find the sky characters all throughout Hyrule. And we must use the statues. And poor Shad, he doesn't find them, but we're finding them. So we find another sky character, and then we use this. We find this sky character, and it helps us get a heart piece when we move the statue. And then we find the sky character on the Bridge of Eldon, and then we use that statue to also climb up this ladder and help us get a heart piece, kill some archers. And then we go back to Snow Peak Ruins, or not Snow Peak Ruins, but Snow Peak, to kill some poes that we missed. And then we go to Snow Peak Ruins to get this poe I missed in that room. And then we go back to the sanctuary and talk to Ilya and Ronaldo, and then Shad's like, "Oh, I don't know what to do." "Oh, you found more characters." "Oh." And then it takes that away, so now we can use it with our Dominion Rod, but Shad's frustrated because he still doesn't know what to do, but we know what to do. And then we move the statue, and we see this humongous cannon that will help us shoot us to the sky, but it needs to be fixed. And Shad, he needs to get out of our way so we can do it. So we warp it to Lake Hylia because we know where our cannon expert is, fire. We pay him some rupees, and he fixes it right up. And then Uka joins us, and we shoot to the sky, and then we see a big dreadful dragon, and Uka's scared, and then we spin some bridges open, and then we get a key, and then we continue through the sky city, and then do some more spinning with our spinner, and get locked in this room where we just knock these guys off. And then we just fly and get these switches, use our iron boots, and then we fight this weirdo, and then we kill him, and he explodes dramatically as always, and then we get the claw shot, one of my favorite weapons, the double claw shot. And then we kill some bats and geese and piranha plant thingies, and then we hook onto these thingamajigs, and then we kill a poe, and then we go across this little puzzle that we fall too many times, and then we get a heart piece, and then we hook to the thingamajigs and kill dragons and tightrope treachery, and then we get another poe, and then we go into the center room, and then we get that switch, get the boss key, and then we get another switch and activate the fans that spin the blades, and will help us get to the dreadful dragon's lair. We open the big door, we bravely climb to the top, we see a Twilight dragon, but we bring it down, and then he gets mad, and he causes a big thunderstorm. How he does that, I don't know, but we keep bringing him down. He shoots fire out, he dies. Because he's no match for us, we get a heart container, we get our 4th mirror shard, we got them all, so we can go to the mirror chamber and go to the Twilight realm. So we'll see what happens next in part 82.